back into this. Right. Something saved here. Okay. So we are on a mission to find the date that the Bastille fell. So I'm gonna go downstairs if I can remember how to get downstairs. This way. Let's see. Major figures and events. The French Revolution. Storming of the Bastille. Here we go. On July 14th, 1789, an angry Parisian mob stormed and captured the old royal prison known as the Bastille. The mob was looking for weapons and ammunition. The governor was killed. The 7 inmates, none of them political prisoners, were freed. After the prison was overthrown, its thick walls were torn down. When told what had taken place, King Louis XVI exclaimed, "Why, this is a revolt." "No, sire," was the reply. "It is a revolution." And indeed, this first outbreak of violence marked the true beginning of the revolution. After July 14th, there was no going back. July 14th is my brother's birthday, and I thought that I already told her that was when the Bastille fell, just from metagaming logic. But we'll try it again. One, Marie Antoinette, born in Vienna, Austria, on November 2nd, 1755. She was the youngest daughter of Francis I and Maria Theresa, Emperor and Empress of the Holy Roman Empire. In 1770, as a young teenager, I believe she was 13 or 14, she was, I guess I could do the math, they say she was 15. She was obliged to wed Louis XVI of France to symbolize an alliance between France and her parents' dynasty, the Habsburgs of Austria. Terribly inbred family. 4 years later, Marie Antoinette became Queen of France when her husband was crowned King Louis XVI. As queen, her lavish lifestyle made her unpopular. While the commoners stood in bread lines paying for food, they cursed the queen who was living so comfortably in her grand palace. The people's discontent grew and grew until a full-scale revolution broke out in 1789. In 1791, it looked like the monarchy would not survive, and Marie sought assistance from other European rulers. It was arranged for the king and queen to escape Paris on the night of June 20th, but revolutionary forces apprehended the royal couple at Varennes on June 25th and escorted them back to Paris as prisoners. On August 10th, 1792, the monarchy was finally overthrown. Marie Antoinette spent the rest of her life in Parisian prisons. Louis XVI was executed on orders from the National Convention in January 1793, and in August, the Queen was put in solitary confinement in the Conciergerie. Marie Antoinette was brought before the Revolutionary Tribunal on October 14th, 1793, and guillotined 2 days later. She was executed without proof of the crimes for which she was accused. Which makes sense because it was a populist movement. They didn't care. It is uncertain who actually invented the guillotine, but we do know that it was named after Dr. Joseph Guillotin, who recommended its use to the National Assembly in France in 1789 as the most humane and efficient form of capital punishment. A guillotine similar to this one was used to behead thousands, including Marie Antoinette, during the French Revolution. Now, I want to say the last execution via guillotine was in like the 70s or 80s. It's also a great song. that I like a lot. Throwing it out there. Let's see what Wikipedia has to say, because now I'm curious. 1981. Oh, wait. Oh, it was abolished as capital punishment in 1981. The last person executed was in 1977. So, you know, they maybe got to see Star Wars. Okay, well, we have our definitive answer, which I thought I already answered. Because I'm well aware that Bastille Day is on July 14th, for it is my older brother's birthday.
Yes. Did you find the information I asked you for?
Sure did.
Good, but I need you to write it down so I don't forget. Thank you. Let me do some calculations to see if this is correct. No, that can't be it. It doesn't fit my calculations. You'll need to try again. Yes. Did you find the information I asked you for?
Can you remind me of what I'm looking for again?
I can't seem to find that one. Well, here's another one. How many days before her 38th birthday was Marie Antoinette executed? I'll be very eager to hear what you come up with. But please, don't disturb me unless you have the answer.
All this bullshit, and she changed my question? Okay. Well, this one, at least, I know where to find. Alright, so November 2nd, and then she was executed on October 14th. No, 16th, because it was 2 days later. So 17 days?
Yes. Did you find the information I asked you for?
Sure did.
Good, but I need you to write it down so I don't forget. Thank you. Let me do some calculations to see if this is correct.
Did we get it?
Eureka! If there's one thing I like in a young person, it's ingenuity. Now, I've got work to do. Time to stir the cauldron and stoke the fire. But if you'd like to talk, I'll be holding office hours in the lobby between 3 and 6 a.m. Meet me then.
3 and 6 a.m. I want to see if the key we have goes to... Is this where I want to go? Interesting. I want to know where this key goes. Definitely coming from in here. But it's a dead end.
I've hit the wall.
Ha. Where's my staircase? Oh, I'll just go to these front stairs. So how's your self-isolation going? I hope that you're participating. This week because I kept having panic attacks after work because people are rude as hell.
It's locked.
Okay, so that's not where that key is. We would like barricade the front door and people would still come inside. Like, too much. So I'm home doing this, drinking cocktails I made at home. Let's see, what time is it? It is 7 o'clock. We've got some time before we can talk to Professor Hotchkiss. So let's go make some phone calls. This motherfucker better pick up.
Hello?
Ned, it's me.
Well, you're a sound for sore ears. Bess called me and told me your vacation is rapidly turning into another mystery. So who do you think the vandal is?
I really don't know. It would help if I could at least imagine a motive. But why would anyone want to vandalize a beautiful old library?
There must be more to it than meets the eye. Sounds like you better find a way to get in there and take a look around.
Apparently, this castle's tower used to be a hangout for Marie Antoinette.
Who's that? Ezra Wickford's wife?
Are you kidding? Marie Antoinette was a famous queen of France.
And she used to hang out in Wisconsin?
No, silly. The tower was originally part of the Chateau Rochemont in France. Ezra Wickford fell in love with the tower and imported it to Wisconsin.
And Marie didn't want to come along.
Well, that would have been pretty tough for her, considering... Ned Nickerson, are you pulling my leg?
What do you mean, Nancy?
You know very well that Marie Antoinette was beheaded in 1793, don't you?
Well, yeah. I guess I read something about that when I studied the French Revolution. But when did Wickford show up?
He didn't discover the tower until the 1920s, over 100 years after Marie's death.
Whew! I think I'm all clear now. Thanks for straightening that out for me, Detective.
You are some pain in the neck, pal.
Good thing I'm so cute.
I really just... He's not smart enough for her, first of all. He does not support her in her adventures. I just... Ugh.
Are you
Frank
ready for a
Hurley,
crazy
much
coincidence?
Only if it's a crazy one.
Ezra Wickford also imported the library, and it seems that he bought it from the family of Jean Leboeuf, the revolutionary commander who captured Marie Antoinette when she was trying to escape from France.
You're kidding. So Wickford imported Marie's tower and her enemy's library?
Exactly.
Doesn't Leboeuf mean the cow in French?
Actually, I think it just means the beef.
Well, in any case, I bet the guy would be happy to know that his library ended up in the heart of America's Dairyland.
There are these creepy sounds at night. I can't figure out what or who could be causing them.
With all the history behind that place, I'll bet it's full of grumpy old ghosts.
Ned, since when do you believe in ghosts?
I don't know, but it sure sounds cool, doesn't it? Anyway, where are the sounds coming from?
That's just it. They seem to be coming from behind certain walls.
I bet they're coming from inside the tower. You've got to find the entrance, Nancy.
Bye, Ned.
Keep me posted.
All right. Oh, we can also... I'm gonna go to the basement and see if I can get outside. Because we know that Ezra's thinking spot was in the garden, which, like, yeah, of course now it's super, like, cold because it's a blizzard, but it's fine. Sorry, cat issues over here.
It's like the North Pole out there.
Okay, so she just won't go outside. That's where it is. We've already been in that longer.
Jacques must be gone.
Let's go to sleep. And then, I can never find my goddamn door. And then we can talk to Professor Hotchkiss.
Nancy, dear, welcome to the witching hour. Isn't it marvelous to be up and about when others are sound asleep? I find my brainwaves are at their most powerful during this time.
Let's see.
Yes, this big old place does feel quiet at this hour. But do you think everyone is really asleep? I mean, if this is the only time you're away from your room, when else could you have been robbed?
You're right on that. This is the only time that someone could break into my room. But why are you so interested in this robbery anyway?
I should totally break into her room.
I'm thinking this robbery and the library vandalism might be linked somehow. If you told me what was taken from you, maybe I could put the pieces together.
I'd like to tell you more about the robbery, but I'm afraid it just wouldn't be good for my blood pressure. I'm traumatized, you see, because The stolen item was a keepsake from a dear friend, and it was a cornerstone of my theory. I'm sure you understand.
Can you tell me anything about this theory of yours?
Well, you probably know by now that I'm a scholar of French history. My specialty is Marie Antoinette. Oh, poor Marie, the most misunderstood queen of the 18th century. Marie used to visit the very tower that now belongs to this castle. I'm convinced that this place holds evidence that will forever change the way the world views Marie. But the walls have ears, so I'd rather not say any more right now. Oh, if you're really interested, why don't you go up to my room and have a look around yourself? You've been such a great help to me, almost like an apprentice. Oh, I've always wanted an apprentice.
I love her dress. I also love that her nail color matches her hair. And she's got that very, like, stereotypical, not so much anymore, but, like, definitely in the 90s, where old women would dye their hair bright orange. That's the look.
Wow, Professor, that's really generous of you. I'd love to learn more about your work, but are you sure you don't mind?
I insist! Your mind is like a ravenous monkey gobbling up every banana in its path. Oh, how can I stand in the way? Here's my extra pass key. I get back to work at 6 a.m. sharp, so just make sure you vacate the premises by 5:59. And put things back where you find them. It's all scientifically organized in there.
Do you know anything about a tiara that was given to Marie Antoinette?
The infamous tiara, of course! Oh, people thought Marie had this extravagant piece commissioned for herself, and they hated her for it. But really, it was her husband, King Louis XVI, who had it made for her birthday. Oh, she didn't want it, refused to wear it, and then, a few months before the revolution broke out, the tiara disappeared.
What do you mean it disappeared?
It was never found. There were rumors that she had it destroyed, but no one has ever been able to prove this.
What did you mean when you said Marie Antoinette was misunderstood?
Everyone thought Marie did nothing but spend France's money on jewels and fancy soap for herself, while her people were starving. History books have upheld the myth that she was just a spoiled and heartless brat, but I don't believe it.
What do you believe?
I believe that she's been the victim of vicious rumors and lazy historians for too long, and that if the real story could be told, people would realize that Marie Antoinette was actually a good woman who wanted to help her people but didn't know how.
See you soon.
Right-o!
Yeah, okay. Well, we've been given permission to snoop. Which, like, how often does that happen? Got some, little chicken bones from her 50 drumsticks. Oh, I cannot read this. Born November 2nd, Scorpio. Austrian birth name. Married off at 15. Favorite color is purple. No concrete evidence that she was the one who coldly declared, "Let them eat cake." Which, from what I've read, is attributed to her not insofar that she was being flippant about people starving. It was more of she had cake, and if there was leftover, let them eat it.
Something's missing here.
Testing? Can anyone hear me? Hotch kiss to Earth. Come in, Earth. Oh, okay. I think we're rolling. Now, let's get a look at these hallways. So rich in detail. You'd never know this place was built in 1920. It's all so 18th C. Oh, and there's Marie. I feel so close to her, just being here. It's as if her spirit is in the air, sweet as the smell of fried chicken.
Interesting. Baroness Helga von Hasseldorf. Dearest B. It's like B. Arthur. Marvelous to receive news of your progress. I'm sure you are onto something important with the medallion and the stained glass window. But I think the significance of the medallion must go beyond the message you've seen. I've looked through my family letters, and it seems that when Marie Antoinette gave her niece Helga I, my great-great-great-great-aunt, the medallion, she told Helga to keep it safe, as it was part of a great truth that she hoped would someday help heal the wounds of France. Helga urged her to explain this great truth, but this was all that Marie would divulge. The truth can seem hard and ugly at first, but eventually its hardness becomes a thing of eternal beauty. B, you must find out the meaning of this. Keep up the good work, old friend. I know you'll be successful. There's always so much reading in these. I don't know if I'm always gonna read all of it, but you know, it's fun. Gives me something to talk about. Ooh. There's nothing here. So I specifically did not leave everything where I found it. I plugged in the battery for the camcorder.
Hello, my fellow night owl. Or perhaps I should say hoot hoot. Ooh. Did you find anything of interest in my room?
I did pop in there, though interesting doesn't begin to describe the place. Would you mind if I went back another time?
Of course not. Pop in all you like, just not when I'm working.
See you soon.
Goodbye.
I wonder if she sleeps. So she obviously doesn't sleep from 3 to 6. I don't know if she does. Alright, well. We'll go to bed ourselves. And then, hopefully in the morning, things will have changed. My room is so drafty. Nancy. Always up at all hours. That Jacques shows up at 9. Yes, a little early.
It's locked.
Okay, let's see. Already checked out the library. There's not much to do there. This game is definitely a little bit slower than Message in the Haunted Mansion was. I feel like I've done a lot more kind of just wandering. Which is unfortunate. Definitely playing this one again as an adult, the pacing is not as good. Don't know when our photojournalist friend comes downstairs. 10, maybe? And she's not down here now. Nobody will talk to me. I really wish that I had a list of things to do. I'm definitely missing that, which they add in later games. But I suppose we can always ask our friends. I was typing Bess's phone number, not George's phone number.
Hello?
Hi, it's me.
How's it going, Nancy? Are things calming down around the castle?
Not unless you find it calming to climb out of a stuck elevator.
What do you mean stuck? The elevator broke down?
Well, that's what I thought. Until I talked to Dexter, who said it was probably the power switch in the basement.
But, Nancy, how could the power switch just go off while you were in the elevator?
Maybe someone turned it off. But why?
That's what I'm wondering.
How did you climb out anyway?
I climbed through a hatch in the roof of the cab and just barely made it up to the next floor.
So you were standing on top of the elevator in the open shaft? Way up high? Ugh, just the thought of it makes my stomach do somersaults.
Anything interesting in the elevator shaft?
Just a metal ladder leading up to this ventilation duct or something. Nothing unusual, except that the cover for the duct looked like it was about to fall off.
Maybe someone needed to inspect the duct and forgot to replace the grate?
Or maybe the duct leads somewhere, like to buried gold, or a hidden...
Bess, that was Nancy's last case. She's in Wisconsin now, not San Francisco.
But Bess was right about that, too. She said that there was probably buried treasure in the house, and there was. So, you know.
You guys, I've heard these awful screeching and banging noises at night.
Are you sure?
I'm sure, all right. Lisa Ostrom's heard them too. They sound like they're coming from the belly of the castle.
Maybe the castle has a bad case of indigestion.
Oh!
Seriously, though, have you searched the castle? Maybe it's the library vandal doing more damage.
I agree with Bess. Wait till the sounds start again and then follow your ears. But don't forget, there's more to Ezra Wickford's castle floor plan than meets the eye.
Hear that, Nancy? She agrees with me.
Interesting.
I think I'm going to faint.
Wickford wrote Dexter a farewell poem before he died.
The inventor of chocolate milk was a poet, too?
Yum, I could write a poem or two about chocolate milk.
It says that he hid some sort of luck charm for Dexter to find.
Where?
Something about his old thinking spot somewhere out in the garden. Funny, but I didn't see any garden when I came in.
Well, you can't exactly tiptoe through the tulips when they're buried under 6 feet of snow.
Never mind my cheeky cousin over there, Nancy. When the storm passes, you should go out and see what you can find.
I like how we've just established that they're for sure cousins. Definitely no Sailor Neptune and Sailor Uranus business going on here. But yeah, that... Are you familiar with the Tiptoe Through the Tulip song? Because it's terrifying. I don't like it.
Ladies, I need inspiration. Brain juice. A hint.
Sure, Nancy, but don't expect us to give you the answers on a silver platter.
We wouldn't want to spoil your fun.
Seeing as you're a senior detective and all.
Help. I'm a little stuck.
The tower, Nancy!
You've got to find a way in there.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Not very helpful.
It's locked. It's locked. It's locked. It's locked.
But I don't want it to be locked.
It's locked. It's locked.
I want to have the key. But I don't know where I get the key from. Just gonna try to climb through the elevator shaft real quick. Hopefully, Jacques pays us no mind.
It's stuck.
Now we're on a roll. Okay, so I did not mean to get that close to my mic just then. Apologies. Okay. Shit.
It's locked.
Shit. This is terrifying. Why is there a dungeon? It's not even a sex dungeon.
It's locked. It's locked.
Oh, I don't like this. Okay.
It's locked. It's locked.
I don't like that at all. It's a pain in the ass to get to.
Well, if it isn't Dexter's Little Cinderella.
When you researched this place, did you find any references to a secret garden?
Not that I remember. But I probably wasn't even thinking about gardens. I mean, it's hardly croquet weather.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Keep me posted.
I love The Secret Garden. Such a good book. Such a
Can I
good
help you?
movie.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
You're a trooper.
Hello?
Hi, George.
Hey, Nancy. What's the latest?
That ventilation duct in the elevator shaft? It leads to the library.
I knew it! So you got inside?
Did the vandal do a lot of damage?
It was a mess in there, all right. The vandal even clawed a big hole in one of the walls. He, or she, must have been desperate to find something.
Like what?
I don't know. Before I could really investigate, Dexter came in.
Uh-oh. What did you do?
I hid back in the duct. He was looking for something, and then he left.
Well, that sounds awfully suspicious. Didn't he say he didn't want anything touched until the police came?
Right, I know.
Wow. I wonder what everyone is looking for.
Maybe one of the books in the library contains a secret code.
Or a treasure map.
Or maybe I'm too late. Maybe the vandal already found it. Whatever it was.
Apparently old Dexter doesn't think so.
Get this. I found a secret room in the library.
Secret room?
It looks like it was Ezra Wickford's study. Would you believe that Dexter Egan was Wickford's adopted son once upon a time? Until Wickford disowned him?
Why was Dexter disowned?
He was convicted of a felony, counterfeiting. I guess Wickford didn't want any more to do with him after that.
Well, that's a checkered past if I ever heard of one. Wonder what he's doing back at the castle.
Maybe he wants revenge.
Revenge on who? Wickford's dead.
It's not logical, George. It's revenge.
That sounded like the same voice actor.
I've been doing some research on Marie Antoinette.
Find anything interesting?
Apparently, Marie Antoinette was once given an extravagant tiara with a ruby, a sapphire, an emerald, and a humongous diamond in it. But she hated it and refused to wear it.
Who ever heard of a queen who hated jewels?
What's even weirder is that before she was executed, the tiara just disappeared. Nobody has ever found it.
Maybe it's somewhere right in Wickford Castle. And that's what the vandal tore the library apart looking for.
Or it could be the old childhood luck charm Wickford mentioned in the poem. Maybe that's what you saw Dexter hunting for.
Who ever heard of a kid carrying around a bazillion-dollar tiara for good luck?
Help! I'm a little stuck.
I don't know.
Me neither.
What?
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
That's rude as hell. We have a voicemail.
Welcome to the voicemail system. Please press 0, first message. To go to the next message, press 2. To leave the system, second message.
Nancy, this is your mentor speaking. Things are looking uncommonly out of sorts in here. I just hope I haven't had another intruder. Please remember that passkey I gave you is not for sharing.
To leave the system, thank you. Goodbye.
I wonder if it's because I left the battery on the charger. Okay, let's... Blatantly ignoring me, I see. Let's see. Things go boo late in the evening. So I guess let's try to check out the tower specifically when there's noises happening.
Nancy, what are you doing here?
I was just looking for the castle's soda pop machine. What you working on?
I can explain, Nancy, but please, don't tell anyone that you found me here. If I get sent back to France, my fiancé will give up on me, and I will have let down my family again.
What's your fiancé expecting you to accomplish by breaking into the Queen's Tower?
I am doing this for my country and for my family's name. Isabelle has nothing to do with it, except that I feel I must succeed before I will feel worthy to marry her. The tower holds a valuable French historical document. If I can find it and return it to France, perhaps I can make up for my failure at the Olympics.
What kind of document?
The tower first belonged to the Chateau Rochemont in France. When Ezra Wickford bought the tower, my great-grandfather was the master carpenter in charge of dismantling it and preparing it for shipment. One day, when he was working alone, he found a secret compartment in one of the walls.
Then what happened?
Inside, he found an old journal with a royal crest on the cover and a medallion with a strange blue stone in it. But he heard other carpenters coming, so he hid the medallion in his pocket and sealed the journal back in the compartment. Before he could get back to study the journal and return the medallion, the tower was dismantled and shipped to America. He never learned who the journal belonged to or what it said.
What happened to the medallion?
I have the medallion now, and I'm hoping if I can get into the tower, I can find the journal too. You see, he thought if he told his story, Ezra Wickford might get angry, accuse him of interfering with the project, and try to ruin his name as a carpenter. So he kept quiet.
So, how do you know all of this?
I was his only great-grandson. On his deathbed, he gave me the medallion and told me the whole story. He begged me to come here to Wisconsin to find the journal and return it to France.
Who do you think the journal belonged to?
The journal bore a royal seal. It must have belonged to Marie Antoinette, because she used to visit the tower during the Revolution. So perhaps it contains her confessions, or perhaps it contains proof of her innocence. Either way, the contents of that journal could change French history forever.
But how do you think the medallion fits in? What's its significance?
I have no idea. I believe whoever hid that journal must have left the medallion with it as a part of their message. But what? Nancy, do you think you could help me? Let me show you this medallion, and maybe you'll be able to tell me what it's for.
I might be willing to help you, but you have to tell Christy everything. I'm sure she'll understand, and then you won't have to sneak around in the middle of the night, haunting the castle with that screeching hacksaw.
Okay, Nancy, I see your point. I will explain everything to Christy Lane as soon as possible. Now, will you help me? I think this medallion will interest you, and maybe you'll have some idea what it's for. It's in my locker. Will you go get it while I take care of something? The combination is 2665. I'll meet you in the locker room in a minute.
What are you taking care of?
Okay, Jacques, I am intrigued. I'll see you downstairs.
You're the best, Nancy.
That's what they tell me.
Also modest. patient, but I cannot understand what is taking you so long. My mother and father are traditional people, and they think it is highly unusual that you would ask me to marry you without demonstrating your commitment to me in any symbolic way. You know I believe that our love makes us richer than kings and queens, but I cannot live on hot dogs and mac and cheese forever. You said that you had a plan. You said it would only take a couple of weeks, but it has been 2 months. I can't wait forever. Please don't make me give up on you. I remain your petit chou, Isabel. Isabel, a couple months? Damn, girl. That's cold. D is for dazzling. D is for diamonds. Okay, well, this is a lot. Alright. The clearer and more colorless the diamond is, the more it's worth. If a diamond does not have enough color to be called fancy, it is graded in a scale of colors ranging from D through Z. A D diamond is considered to be colorless. At the end of the spectrum, anything more intense than Z is considered fancy. A fancy yellow diamond is more expensive than a light yellow diamond. Cut, emerald, marquise, oval, heart, round, princess, pear. Let's see. You can't really see that, but you know, it looks like a diamond. What's this? Ooh, immigration. Ooh, his visa about to expire. Oh. What in the goddamn hell, Jacques?
Headache headquarters. Nancy here.
Nancy, it's Jacques. What happened? Are you okay?
I don't really know what happened. I opened your locker like you said, and then it was lights out Nancy.
But you do have my medallion, right?
It was the last thing I saw, but I sure don't have it now.
Oh la la, you can't be serious.
I'm afraid I am serious. I have no idea what happened to it.
This is too much. Oh la la, unbelievable.
Hello?
George?
And best too. What's new, Nancy?
I went back to check out Jacques' locker, and I found a pamphlet about diamonds, a letter from his fiancée, and a warning notice from immigration.
Did his fiancée sound cute in her letter?
Actually, she sounded upset. She wants him to hurry up and do something, but I'm not sure what.
Sounds like that guy is under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I hope he's not marrying her just to stay in the country. Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Good luck.
Be careful.
43, 57. Hey, boyfriend, I just got knocked out. How's college?
Ned Nickerson Hotline, can I help you?
Well, hello there. I sure hope you can help.
Hey, Nancy, I thought it might be you. What's up?
How do you think Professor Hotchkiss ended up with Marie Antoinette's green medallion?
It sounds like Marie gave the medallion to the family of that Baroness Helga in Austria. Maybe Helga gave it to Hotchkiss when they became friends in order to help with her research.
Obviously.
Bye, Ned.
Go get him, Nancy.
I don't understand.
Front desk. Dexter here.
Maybe you can help me, Mr. Egan. I'm trying to get more information about the castle.
Look, I'm up to my ears down here. I'll have to talk to you later, sorry.
Cheers, doing what? A bunch of shit for yesterday. The nerve. What time is it? 6 o'clock.
Ever find out what Hotchkiss lost?
Not yet, but now that I'm her honorary research assistant, I'll be able to study her room. Hopefully I'll pick up some clues in there while I'm brushing up on my French history.
Teacher's pet, make sure to come tell me if your research turns up any dirt.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Stay warm.
Did you knock me out, bitch? Did you?
Thanks for coming down. I've been wanting to talk to you. How's your head? Did you slip or what?
Well, let's just say someone must be trying to tell me to get a little more rest on this vacation. Anyway,
Jesus.
I'm planning on making a speedy recovery.
It's
For the
just that
record.
when I found you out cold in the basement and hauled you back to your room, I noticed all this red dirt on your shoes. I'm just curious where it came from.
I mean, he's gonna know, you know? So do we... I feel like we just be
Mr. Egan,
honest.
I confess,
He grew up
I
in the
found my
castle.
way into the corridor that leads to the Queen's Tower. As you probably know, the dirt in that tunnel is very red. I hope you won't consider this trespassing.
Nope. If you must know, I'm impressed. Ezra Wickford set that secret door up so nobody would be able to find it. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with getting into that tower. Ezra told me that if I could get through the secret door, he'd take me up to see the Queen's Tower. Finally, I got into the tunnel, and when I came out with that red dirt all over me, he laughed. He was actually proud of me.
That's an amazing story, Mr. Egan. I'm glad you're not angry. I guess I'm just as curious as you once were.
I'd say you earned the right to check out the tower for yourself. But you gotta get through that gate, right? There's an old skeleton key in the maintenance shed. Now that the storm's passed, you can go out and get it. But be careful. It's still dead cold out there.
Ooh, shit. We have two of the same, so I guess I'll ask it.
I don't want to press my luck with you, but I sure would like to see Ezra's private garden. Could you tell me how to find it?
It's nothing but wasteland out there. If you're bent on tromping around in the cold, go left when you get outside, away from the shed. Look for a wrought iron gate. You'll figure out the rest.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
You're a trooper.
All right. Time to go outside. So one of my cats definitely took a very ripe shit. And I I can smell it, even though the litter box is not in this room. Well, there is a litter box in this room, but the used litter box is not in this room. It smells terrible. Special needs cats, man. They're a trip. I love it in pieces, though. I have his food sitting next to me on the floor. He's eating it. Otherwise, he'll just come harass me. Alright. Alright, this is a fun little workshop bit. So we got some sort of generator.
It's freezing out here.
Should probably turn on the generator. Supposed to do.
Gosh, I can hardly...
I feel like I'm about to freeze to death. Okay, 3.
For crying out loud, didn't you read the keep away, employees only sign?
It was an accident, Mr. Egan. I bumped the levers, and suddenly all those gears just started turning.
Look, this isn't a playground, and I have a job to do. Mess with the ski lift again, and I'll send you packing.
Listen, I thought it was a generator. Now I know it's a ski lift. Which is probably good to know. So I know that in this game, there's like this whole futzing outside that I'm doing now. But I don't actually remember that part. Like, this is basically new to me at this point. Alright, so that's a ski lift. Interesting. There's the key to the garden. Oh. I have no idea what this is. Nothing's lighting up. Interesting. It's a puzzle box.
It's locked. It's locked.
Hey. This is some like high fantasy music right here. I'm not finding anything else.
Got to stay warm.
What? Nonsense.
Nancy, I still cannot believe you lost my medallion. How could you have been so careless?
Why did you send me to get your medallion in the first place? Was that some kind of setup?
Setup? What are you talking about? All I know is my medallion is gone. I should never have trusted you.
My sentiments exactly. Goodbye.
Au revoir, little Miss Nightmare.
Little Miss Nightmare. Fuck you, man.
It's locked.
those. Sure as hell gonna write this shit down. Alright, so I've got sun. Okay. Oh god. This fucking game. I'm like all up in the tower already. This seems too soon. Oh my. Oh no.
Looks like a keyhole of some sorts.
probably a good thing to know. This little guy will lock me up in the tower.
Looks like some kind of prison.
I gotta say though, Nancy Drew, fucking balls of steel out here. I would never. By myself. You know? That's how you get fucking dead.
Hey there, Nancy.
Why are those holes in the crest on the floor of the tower room?
I can help you, but we shouldn't talk about it now. Not here. Call me later.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Alrighty then.
I'm gonna take a little peek scene of the room again, just because, you know, in case things have changed. That is the one. That was in Josh's locker. I love that they have like victory music in this one. Like, it's completely ridiculous, but I appreciate it.
Yes, dear?
I saw a letter on your desk from your friend, the Baroness von Hanseldorf. And I'm just wondering, did the medallion she gave you have a blue stone in it by any chance?
Heavens, no! Where did you hear such a thing? My medallion had a green stone in it. Anything else would be a mere imposter, a flaming faker, do you hear me?
What do you think of Lisa Ostrom?
That Leslie, yes, oh, a real dynamo, but... I told Chester that I would not require any maid service during my stay. I don't know why she didn't get the message.
I found something that I think you'll be very interested in. It seems to be some kind of journal. I think it was written by Marie Antoinette herself.
What? Let me see that. This is it. I've been trying to track this down for 15 years. Where on earth did you find it?
Well, it's a long story, but I happened to find a way into the Queen's Tower, where I happened to find a secret compartment. I think this must be what the vandal was after.
Nancy, I must warn you. I'll wrestle you for this if I have to, and it won't be pretty.
I'm sure physical combat won't be necessary, Professor. I'm glad to help you with your work, but I need your assistance in return. You're fluent in French, aren't you?
Absolutely. I'll get to work on it right away. I'll have the translation ready in my room for you this time tomorrow. Until then, I mustn't be disturbed.
Oh. Bye. Well, I guess we will go to bed. I still need to find that other... So I'm missing Hotchkiss's medallion. I have Jacques' medallion, and then I have the medallion from the garden, which was Ezra's. Oh wow, it just like ported me to 6 a.m. So let me give Mr. Egan a call.
This is Dexter.
It's Nancy, hoping you can help me now. But why the sudden hush-hush? Do you smell a rat?
The information you request is highly sensitive, young lady. That's top secret in case you were wondering. Now, I've been around the block a few times, and if there's one thing I've learned, it's that you can't be too careful. If you want answers, we do it my way, see?
Okay.
Sure thing, Mr. Egan. I just hope the phone's not bugged.
All right. Just give me the question.
What's up with those holes in the crest on the floor of the tower room?
I've always wondered that myself. Seems like something's missing from the crest. Like different objects should fit in those holes, but I don't know what. What other questions do you got?
Do those hanging chains in the tower have something to do with getting across that big pit?
That's right. It's like an Ezra Wickford combo lock. You need to pull those chains until each one's in the right position, and then the bridge will swing around so you can cross. Take a good look at the tunnel wall there to decipher the combo. And for Pete's sake, don't slip when you're crossing the pit. Oh yeah, and pay attention. Some of those chains make other ones move. Anything else?
I think that's it for now.
Useless.
Thanks, Dexter.
Okay. Did I try the medallion on the crest? I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. It's just such a pain in the ass to get back there. till Hotchkiss is ready for me. What have you been playing recently? Aside from Nancy Drew, I started playing for the first time ever Journey because it is currently free on the PlayStation Store because of this whole quarantine business. And honestly, it's one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. I haven't gone back to it yet just because, like, I haven't truly needed that zen since that first night I played it, which was after my last shift at work, where I was just, I was freaking out. Just because people are awful. And I came home, I booted it up, and it was basically like doing a meditation. It's just very serene. So definitely recommend if you have not played it previously. Also, you know, hitting Animal Crossing really heavy. My store is going to upgrade tomorrow, so I'll have that to look forward to in a couple days. And then I've been playing, I'd put it down for a while, but I picked back up, also on my Switch, Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Yeah. It is my second playthrough. I'm with the Golden Deer House for this one. It's a lot of fun. I do want to finish it pretty quick though, so that I can do the next playthrough and not recruit everybody, because that's been kind of a pain. So the next one I'm probably gonna play through with the Blue Lions and only recruit a couple people outside of the class, just because I think it'll be more interesting. I am just gonna go to bed. Just because I don't feel like doing the whole breaking through the library to get down to the basement thing. When I'm gonna have to do that again anyway. So maybe I can limit my trips here. Professor. I always go the wrong way out of my bedroom. Oh wait, she said she was leaving it in her room. Ma'am. It's 3 a.m. What do you think you're doing? Let's give her a minute, I guess. Still 3 a.m. Each.
don't want to bother her.
Okay, now it's after 3. Hotchkiss, because she's not done yet. What? Oh, did I accidentally?
Glad you came down to talk. Get this. I saw Dexter walking out to the maintenance shack with this, green ornament thing in his hand. He's up to something, right? Maybe you should check it out.
Thanks for the tip, Lisa. I think I will. Want to come along?
Thanks, Nancy, but you're the brainiac. I'll just guard this comfy chair and wait for your report.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Later, Nancy.
Mr. Egan's been so helpful. That's a big ass rat.
I'm locked out. Open the door. If I don't get inside soon, I'll freeze to death.
I love that we're freezing to death. This is the music that we've got. Got it.
What the? What's going on out here? Is that you, Nancy? Come inside. It's freezing out here. What kind of a stunt was that, Missy?
Sorry about that, but I was locked out.
Well then, what can I say except good thinking?
Thanks, Mr. Egan. Glad you're not pissed. Well, I've got all of the medallions. Of course, this bitch isn't on here anymore because she's the one that fucking did it. I say that, I don't actually remember who the whodunit is, but it feels like it's her. Well, now we're actually gonna go to sleep until 3 a.m. I'm glad we didn't before.
I'm so glad you stopped by. I've translated the entire journal. It's fabulous! And as an added bonus, it includes Marie's official decoder, something no one else has ever found before.
See you soon.
Goodbye.
But where is it, though? Ah, there it is.
It looks like some sort of decoder. Each of these symbols stands for a certain word.
Okay, so we've got a star is violet.
Tomorrow.
Okay. Oh god, there's more.
Tomorrow for sure.
I appreciate that there's just absolutely no music for this part. That's real nice.
The next morning.
Okay, we're good with Golden. We got this. Alright, so Ransom. Okay. That agonizingly long process is done. Let's look at the translation. My husband is like an irresponsible child. I still cannot believe Louis brought this tiara when the French economy is in so much trouble. I know she wouldn't have a French accent, but I can't do an Austrian accent, so. I told him I didn't want it. What does he expect me to do with it? I cannot wear it. The people hate me already. They call me Madame Defracy, as if the country's debt were all my fault. I wish I could sell it and return the money to France, but this would embarrass Louis publicly now. If he and I appear divided, the mob will erupt. They'll overthrow the monarchy in no time, and we will find ourselves kneeling at the guillotine. 18th December 1778. 1788, whatever. I've thought of a plan. I will have the tiara dismantled. There's a dear old jeweler, Claude M., in a village near Rochemont, who will do it for me. I trust him with my life. Once the stones are removed, Claude will make the ruby, the emerald, and the sapphire into ornamental medallions. These I will scatter across the continent. The diamond is worth untold millions and must be returned to the French people, but not now. Not while the country is tearing itself apart. I will hide it as carefully as I would hide the key to my soul, so that it will not be discovered for generations. Someday, when the medallions are brought back together and my message is decoded, the diamond will be found. But it will take an extraordinary person, and I don't believe it will happen until the wounds of this revolution have healed and history has wrought a new, more rational French order of some kind. Finally, when their people's wealth is returned to them, this diamond of misery will be restored to its magnificent beauty. 27th December, 1788. Tomorrow I will have my portrait painted by the great Marcel Bonnet. I have announced that I will not wear the tiara. Louis is furious. He does not even know that the wretched crown no longer exists. I have sent the emerald medallion to Vienna, to my dear cousin, the Baroness Helga von Anseldorf, as a token of my affection. The ruby and the sapphire remain in my secret compartment. Will I keep this journal? But soon I will decide where to send them. 7th January, 1789. My own court speaks viciously of me, and I feel terribly alone. I only hope that someday, years from now, my actions will be better understood. If you are reading this, know that my honor shall be bleu. Courage shall be rouge. And your loyalty shall be green. I wish you well, weary traveler. Okay. So we got loyalty, which was the fleur-de-lis according to her thing. Courage. What does this do? I can't even read my own goddamn things. Oh, that thing. Courage. And honneur. Bon. Tight. Hotchkiss, are you the one that knocked me out? Cause that's like rude as fuck. We should go back to the tower. I'm gonna save it. Okay. Do you have anything else to say to moi?
Hello there. Oh, it's so exciting about your discovery. I wonder what it will lead to.
See you soon.
Goodbye.
Yay. I'm still missing something. What is it?
Hello?
George?
And Bess too. What's new, Nancy?
This is so weird. I found the blue medallion from Jacques' locker in Hotchkiss's room. But she says her medallion had a green stone.
Wow, Nancy. Sounds like you need a personal medallion assistant just to keep track.
You're not kidding. But does this mean that Hotchkiss is the one who conked me over the head? Do you think I should return Jacques' medallion to him?
For now, you should keep all of your discoveries to yourself, Nancy.
Except tell us everything, of course.
I found Ezra Wickford's secret garden. You'll never guess what Dexter's boyhood luck charm was.
A rabbit's foot?
A little green leprechaun?
Guess again. A medallion with a red stone in it. Do you think I should give it back to Dexter?
Oh yeah, like honesty is the best policy with creepy convicts?
I think George is politely trying to say that you should find out what the medallion's for before you breathe a word of it to anyone. You'll probably need it to solve this mystery.
Help! I'm a little stuck.
What's the holdup with the camcorder?
Patience, George. The batteries usually take about a day to recharge. Nancy hasn't forgotten.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Shit. It's after 6. Well, we're just going to sleep all day. It's fine. We can sleep all day. This isn't Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. No, you know, it's like quarantine. There's no real sense of time. God, I knew there was something with this fucking camcorder too. Right.
3:28 a.m.
Oh, what's this? It appears to be some kind of peephole. But what, pray, does it peep upon? Shall I peep? La la, I do believe I'll peep. The beauty, the colors. So this is what Helga told me to look for. Where's my medallion? It fits! Note to self, high five Team Hotchkiss. And what's this? A message? Eureka! It says the diamond...
Whatever. Go read it for myself. La vérité est toujours l'idée de Dieu. Vous trouverez la solution dedans. So I have key, queen, key of queen, l'espoir à ceux qui cherchent. Purple rose. Le démon de ma misère dans mon journal. Purple rose, key of queen to hold diamond. feel like I'm still missing something.
Hi there, Nancy.
What does l'espoir à ceux qui cherchent mean?
Let's see. Well, espoir is hope, and chercher is to search. Hope to those who search.
Can you translate this for me? Le diamant de misère dans mon journal.
Now, where the heck have I seen that phrase before? Well, anyway, it means the diamond of misery in my journal.
Can you tell me what this means in English? La solution se trouve dedans.
Well, trouver is to find, and solution is just like it sounds. Solution. The solution is found within.
See you soon.
Goodbye.
Okay. Still not the most helpful.
Hello?
Hi, Ned.
Hey, Detective, any new developments?
I went outside to follow up on a tip that Lisa gave me, and I got locked out.
Uh-oh. How did that happen?
I don't know, but it was scary. I thought I was going to turn into a human popsicle out there.
Thank goodness you're okay. How'd you get back inside?
I sent an SOS by activating the ski lift, and Dexter found me.
You're some problem solver,
Well, at least I've got that going for me.
which is good. I just hope he didn't lock you out on purpose in the first place. Maybe to scare you off. Did anything pan out on that tip?
I found a green medallion, all right, but it doesn't make sense. If it really was Dexter who took the medallion, he sure didn't do a very good job of hiding it.
Do you think Dexter stole it?
I don't know how else it could have gotten from Hotchkiss's room out to the shed. But then again, why wouldn't he hide it better? Do you think I should give the medallion back to the professor?
No way. You don't know who's up to what around that castle. She can have her medallion back after you solve this case, provided that she doesn't turn out to be the bad guy.
How do you think Ezra Wickford got his hands on Marie Antoinette's red medallion?
Maybe Monsieur Leboeuf took it from Marie when he captured her at Varennes, and then Wickford bought it from Leboeuf's family when he bought the library.
What do you think hope to those who search means?
Well, it's pretty cryptic, but it sounds like whoever left the message wanted to encourage the curious. Like you, Nancy.
What do you think diamond of misery in my journal means?
Marie Antoinette's about the only person I ever heard of who could be made miserable by a diamond. She wouldn't actually be able to hide it in the pages of her journal, but maybe she wrote about it. Or maybe the journal tells where it is.
Put on your thinking cap. I need a hint.
I'd like to help, Nancy, but I think you'd better ask Bess and George. My brain is still recovering from midterms.
Bye, Ned.
Call me soon.
Worst boyfriend. Man, shit gets wild when Nancy gets a smartphone. Let me tell you what.
Hello?
George?
And Bess too. What's new, Nancy?
There sure is a lot of talk about diamonds around this place.
And it's no coincidence, if you ask me.
The diamond for Maria's tiara must be hidden somewhere in that castle.
My thoughts exactly.
And you've got to find it before it falls into the wrong hands.
Bet you $5 she's already thought of that too, George.
Help! I'm a little stuck.
Translation, secret decoder.
Hello? What are you waiting for?
Help! I'm a little stuck.
Translation, secret decoder.
Hello? What are you waiting for?
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Watch out for weird people!
What do I do with the secret decoder and the translation? Okay. Got purple rose is the key of queen to hold the diamond. Oh wait. I should go to the library. Check out that library, if you will. That's where her painting is. We on this. We're doing it. Got this. Or not. That's cool too. So done with this puzzle. One day there'll be technology in Nancy's universe where I don't have to redo the same door puzzle every time I go in the door.
It's locked.
But we are going to be cautious and put that up because it just geeks me out knowing that that's an option. Is it that purple rose? Ooh.
Looks like a keyhole of some sorts. Something's missing here.
It's time. Universal hint system, where you at? Help me out. Okay, so currently the issue is I should be able to click this rose. But I, the gamer, currently have more... Oh, hello! So, my current issue is that me personally, Alex, knows exactly what I should be doing with that purple rose in that painting up there. But good old Nancy hasn't seen something that I've already looked at, which I think was because I looked at the decoder before I finished watching the video of Hotchkiss. So there's just like a dumb game thing happening. So what time is it? Of course it's after 6. I guess go to sleep. And then go back in Hotchkiss's room and look at the decoder again, and hopefully Nancy will see it this time.
I think I see what the symbols in the stained glass mean now. Let's see. Purple rose,
There we go.
gold diamond, key of queen. But where have I seen a purple rose? And what's a diamond key?
Sweet baby Nancy, how you hurt me. Alright. I just really hate the whole process of like having to go into the library, turn off the alarm, and then go through that stupid door puzzle to get into the tower. Like, for the amount of back and forth that I'm having to do, they could have picked something a little bit more streamlined. Yeah. But you know, now we can do the end game. If nothing else, I have this alarm code memorized now, so there's that. Have you gotten much further in Creature of Kapu Cave? I haven't been able to catch you at all. God, this puzzle is so loud. Okay. Hey. Do you have another one lined up? Gonna pull these stairs up a little bit, just in case. Overly cautious with my Nancy Drew playing. Here we go.
I need something to pry these tiles off. The diamond!
Woo! Will you look
nice.
at that sparkly rock? And
How?
me without my sunglasses.
Hi, Lisa. How did you get in here?
I followed you, of course. Turns out a nosy, goody-two-shoes detective is good to have around after all. Now, why don't you toss me that big honkin' diamond so I can blow this popsicle stand and never set foot in Lamo, Wisconsin again?
Lisa, you must be kidding me. This diamond belongs in a museum in France.
Yeah? Well, I belong in the lap of luxury, and that diamond's gonna get me there. Hasn't anybody ever told you to mind your own business?
Oh, many times.
Well, maybe this time you'll learn.
My eyes!
I really
Don't
like
worry,
Icicle Creek.
my spicy devil villain venom won't last for long. But I'm afraid by the time you get your eyes back, you'll have missed my grand exit.
Are you the one who conked me on the head in the locker room?
Ouch. I bet that hurt. But I had to get the medallion somehow, didn't I? I hope we can still be friends.
Why did you leave Jacques' medallion at Hotchkiss's room? And Hotchkiss's medallion out in the shed?
To spread suspicion around, of course. You know, to play with your mind. Plus, I was at a dead end. I got the 2 messages from the stained glass window, but then what? I knew you would figure it out, so I decided to put the medallions in your hands and let you lead the way.
Why did you have to vandalize that beautiful library?
Just a little translation mix-up. When I read the message from Hotchkiss's medallion, I thought it meant Diamond of Misery in the library. Whoops. Guess I went a little overboard looking for it in there. Anyway, enough with the questions, Nancy. You'll just have to read the rest in the papers.
I've got to stop her.
Help! Get me out of here! It stinks down here. It's all moldy. Darn you, Nancy Drew. You're the worst friend a diamond thief could ever have.
That was such a
Dear
Scooby-Doo
Dad,
ending.
to think I almost became friends with a diamond thief.
I would have gotten
Everyone
away
at
with
Wickford
it
Castle is
too.
resting easier now that Marie Antoinette's journal and her famous diamond are safe and sound. The journal, the diamond, and the medallions are all going to be featured in a new Marie Antoinette exhibit in Paris, and it looks like everyone will be rewarded. Except Lisa, of course. First, she missed her plane to Rio, and now she's going to be charged with attempted grand theft. Professor Hotchkiss is thrilled because the French government has granted her permission to publish Marie's journal in the U.S. before it gets returned to France. This ought to help prove her theory about Marie's character once and for all. Thanks to Jacques and his great-grandfather's efforts to find the journal, the Brunet name is being celebrated all over France. In the meantime, Jacques and Isabel have eloped. It's so romantic. I showed Dexter the poem that Ezra Wickford wrote him, and he
I like
was
that their
relieved to
wedding
know that his
card
old
says
pop
good
didn't
luck.
carry any hard feelings to his grave. All the talk shows want Dexter to tell his story on national television, but he keeps turning them down. I guess he doesn't want to be famous or infamous. But when Christy Lane called and asked Dexter to be her business partner, he accepted. With her business sense and Dexter's expert knowledge of the castle, I think they'll make a great team. So, you know what they say, Dad. Il n'est jamais trop tard de changer l'histoire. It's never too late to change history. Me, I'm determined to go out and enjoy this snow before some other case comes up. See you soon. Love, Nancy.